Aynen öyle, aynen öyle. Son bir enerji. Önce evrene, sonra çocuklara gitsin o enerji.
Hadi, hadi şey. Başlıyor.
Hadi oğlum, hadi oğlum, hadi oğlum, hadi oğlum. Başarılar.
Bir şöyle sağlam başlayın ya.
Bol şans çocuklar, hadi oğlum. Direkt B hızlı oynuyoruz, B hızlı oynuyoruz. Duymadı, duymadı, duymadı, duymadı. Duymadı, sesten duymadı, vur onu. Nice oğlum. Nice'dan sana Brave, aferin oğlum lan. Kaç, kaç, kaç, kaç, kaç, kaç, kaç, kaç.
Güzel, güzel.
Çok iyi, çok iyi. Sakin, sakin, sakin, sakin. Hayır, hayır, hayır, hayır. Hiç gerek yok. 29 canım var. Heal'ını aldık. Aynen öyle. Oğlum taraftar sesinden duymadılar. Gördün mü?
Güzel, güzel abi, 10 numara.
TP duymadı. Güzel, güzel. İyi başladık oğlum. İyi başladık. Gel, gel, gel, gel, gel, gel.
Let's go, hadi. Hadi.
Nice!
Tümüşüner.
Perfect start, really. Yes, losing one at the beginning, but again, the whole plan from Carmine Core seemed to be just right up the guts. Take the fight, hope the flash works out of the back of Shin, which at some point did. It did apply a fair amount of pressure, but it wasn't just a single player. It wasn't just the man on the screen.
Çok iyi oynadı burada var ya Brave. Gerçekten çok iyi oynadı.
Ve safe oynadı ya, döndü geri.
Aynen öyle, aynen öyle. Güzel kaçtı.
Helal oğlum sana lan. Helal lan sana.
Seni sikerim mi diyor?
Sikerim herhalde.
So disjointed, so
I think we were questioning kind of the, exactly
was
the end goal,
at some
right?
of them. Yes, yeah.
Dikkat, dikkat, dikkat, dikkat. Aman, aman boş kill vermeyelim. Boş kill vermeyelim, bu kaşınacak.
Aman.
If you haven't, you should.
You really should. It's quite the series.
Tamam, sıkıntı yok.
But as it stands, we wait and see, right? Because there's
Aman,
plenty of potential.
Kuti, Omen oynuyorsun kanka.
Wasn't really actualized in Brazil.
Böyle bir agro oynadı direkt.
Tamam,
sıkıntı yok.
Toplandılar,
aynen öyle. Aynen öyle. Biz salakta kalalım. Dağılsınlar. Hatta aynen geçebiliriz. Tekrar döndük. İsim kalbi nasıl çarpıyorlar ya. Duydular mı? Kutiyi duydular galiba. At smoke hemen hızlı, hızlı, hızlı, hızlı, hızlı, hızlı, hızlı. Çok güzel flash geldi. Site yok. Güzel trap oğlum. Kuti dikkat, aman. Silah aldılar, silah aldılar, silah aldılar. Ay vandal aldılar hem de. Çözen yok, çözen yok, sakin. Yok çözen, yok oğlum çözen. Yok oğlum çözen. İstiyoruz ya. Çok iyi lan. Brave, aferin oğlum. Çok güzel. Gekko'nun şeyi de öldü. Sola, sola, sola, sola.
Hayır.
Olsun, olsun. Olsun oğlum, hadi. Abi o vandalı vermemiz çok kötü oldu ya. Vuruşa bak. Gekko flash'ı ya. Bak donmasın.
Replay, replay bir şey yok.
Or, 2 vandalımız var ha. Eyvah.
Hayır.
Ya abi önüne düştük ya.
And Scream making the most of those flashes coming through is perfect. Scream in the paramount position to find that pick. Support there from Shin. This could be the new deadly duo.
Bir round alabiliyoruz bu arada.
Towards Brave now. Still has a rifle into play, but he's only got 2 teammates beside him. And the site's certainly not safe by any means.
Ya Scream şu özgüveni almasın ya. Şu özgüveni alınca açılıyor adam. Çok iyi lan. Sıkıntı yok, sıkıntı yok. Winnable, hala round winnable.
Hadi lan çocuklar. Silah olsa bizimkilerde.
How deep BBL need to dig to actually secure this site hold?
Çıkmayın oraya. Çıkmayın oraya.
Again, I feel like CT has to be fought for. Nuzera Nevera not letting
Enter,
much happen.
enter,
Really
enter.
nice. Good discipline at the end then. Yep, finding Shin, but beyond that, pumping the brakes.
Hey, small sample size, but already seeing some cohesion here.
Hadi oğlum, önemli round.
Which was lacking in a number of different occasions.
Absolutely.
At lock-in. Even just
Brave'in bu arada bir orba ultisi geliyor.
Composition and the overall ethos here for this Carmine core roster of not having a duelist, not believing in.
Çocuk açılmasın ya.
Evet evet.
You get two initiators bouncing off each other like this with the possibility of flashes and some fact finders. Potential there for those two individuals to shine.
Gosh, and a really early operator from Nevera too. That's wonderful for them. Scream, not phased, happy to take a little bit of a challenge early on towards 8. Going to posture up towards Pipes, but the pacing we've seen out of BBL has been now quite tempered. They have slowed down, working through protocols, potentially just trying to get a bit of a grasp on what Carmine Core are up to here.
Concerning actually see the Bulldog brought across into this round, whether that's going to be a factor. Nevera's
Operatör almış Killjoy'ları.
obviously being on that Killjoy does have to retreat a little deeper than maybe you'd expect.
Israr edecek miyiz ya gerçekten?
Post up once again.
Yoksa döndürecek
They
miyiz?
have that anti-plant set up as well though, so there's no requirement for Nevera to re-explore any of these.
Burada pushlama. Eyvah. O bıçak kötü oldu.
I guess actually we talk about
O bıçak kötü oldu.
on the other side this. Maybe taking a leaf out of Cryo's book.
Desene ya Scream. Bir piklesene.
Very slow work. Scream hasn't been given any information just yet.
Çok güzel, çok güzel. Döndür abi. Hadi oğlum.
Very close up on Pipes. We'll hear the jump though at least. This one here, so Scream will have an indicator.
Shin's on the way.
Buraya bakacaklar mı? Pipe. Hayır. Çok güzel flash. Şuna bak. Nice play. Dur, sakin olun oğlum. Siktir oradan ya. Brave vurdun onu da lan.
Hayır.
Kuramadık ya. Ya 2v1. AWP'yi de düşüremedik ya. Smoke'tan şeyi Aslan'ı vurması kötü oldu ya. Ya çok önemli roundda. Alsak silah da alacağız. Şu an Eko kalacağız mecburen ya. Yemeyelim snowball, yemeyelim. Dave, aferin lan. Çok güzel killer, çok güzel killer.
Everything is so late on in the round that nobody's going to be still playing that spot. They're now switching things up, holding angle up towards Belt.
I like seeing variety though. These were some of the things we were asking of them in locking. Clearly weren't there yet. This time, much better. That's a lot to potentially deal with though. Could be overwhelmed again. KJ, not exactly the traditional agent for it, but the man's good for it normally. Brave going to be the first challenger. And Nevera has to respect this though.
Got the tag, and that's it. We'll finish it off with the nice one.
Really nice.
Nice oğlum kuti.
Though, super ratty.
Vur lan oğlum.
Sends him back. But it's dicey. It's a 3v3.
Aslan Turko kill geldi. Dur. 3v3. Çok güzel res, çok güzel res. 4v3 oğlum hadi.
BBL are digging into this round.
I think Brave's just going to have to play this through with the classic though. No possibility of retrieving a weapon. She's going to try and clear through. A lot of information on the back of that and the mosh pit as well.
Bilemezler, yapamazlar hadi.
Get a wiggle on though. This is so scary now.
Helal Poşti.
Down, that's Nuzera gone. Down to 2, Shin and XMS. The fight now begins.
Sakin. Çözüyor oğlum, Kanku çözüyor. Tamam çözemedi. Abi.
Çözemedi. Hit be.
Hadi. Balı göteyle alıyorlar ya.
Ucu ucuna gidiyordu var ya. Kim vurdu Kanku? Sulan çıkıp.
Şey vurdu galiba, Bray mi vurdu? Kim vurdu? Para yok galiba ama ya. Oy Turko'nun vuruşa bak.
You have to question exactly where Scream is assuming that's going to go. I mean, he's mag dumping into a smoke, but thrifty conversion here.
Abi şu ekonomiyi toparlayamadık ya. Bir el alsak Eko'ya girecekler. Bir el. Şu an şu eli alsak Eko'lar ya. Universe sürekli operatör oynayıp duruyor. Patlayacak. Götünde patlayacak o operatör. Hadi oğlum. Ultimiz Wtcn'in var. Soshni Orba ultisi geliyor. Aldık mı Orb'u? Almışız. Tamam A döndürüyoruz. Ulti ile A gireceğiz. Mantıklı. Ama dikkat. Bak mid'e dikkat. Operatörle bakmasın. Bakmasın. Bakmasın. Oh. Lan ölmeyin. Çıkın geçin la. Oh. Oğlum çok korktum. Çok korktum. Joy falan ölseydi var ya.
Hadi oğlum. Hadi oğlum.
Ay ulti kötü oldu. Tamam tamam. Aa Killjoy'un taretini kırdılar. Dönebiliriz. 28 saniye dönemez miyiz? Çok güzel kutu. Aferin oğlum.
Yes, they find Scream, but again, he could get res potentially. BBL are on the side, but everyone's here. Shin says hello, gets one, puts down Turco. Where's the next layer of pressure? Nuzera goes back to
çok güzel ulti. Aynen öyle. Yapma, yapma Soshni. Gerçi vurmuş vuracağını 1 ve 2. Hadi oğlum.
Hadi lan kutuya.
He's got all his kit though ready to play with, and he's got time. Where does he go with this?
Aynen öyle, agresif oyun. Ulti atacak. Aa çok iyi, çok iyi, çok iyi. Çok iyi geçti. Nice oğlum. Onu da vurdum. At flash'i.
Evet. Oğlum hep lan.
Bu.
Lovely individual work from him, taking that TP all the way over towards B and converting the 1v2. Big round for him there.
Right down to the wire though. Nothing seems comfortable
100K.
so far on Icebox.
100K.
There was even holding this, he's ready for it, but XMS unfortunately out of line of sight, not able to
İyisin oğlum, iyisin oğlum.
Lad chuffed to bits about that conversion because you look at that previously, actually, when Navera puts lockdown, you think, yeah, wraps. Like, it's done. It comes on so late in the round.
Obviously, the money management going forward in this game for Carmine Corp. As it stands, going for a little bit of a half buy, really. I see the Bulldog out for Shin, the rest.
That's Greco. We'll wait to see if we see a real one.
Yeah.
That's a Guardian
Eyvah.
after about 650.
Buna dikkat. Ne olur buna dikkat. Şöyle killer vermeyelim.
Horrific. Kushina though could
Hey.
be first. Navera gonna slip in.
Hey.
Try and stay
Tamam.
someone.
Okay, okay.
It is a stack here for Carmine Corp, so
Okay.
correct read early on.
Silahları yok ya. Ekolar ya.
XMS.
Almadığını biliyorlar, o
Curious,
sıkıntı.
but well aware. Taking a lot of space here.
Gördün?
So this is going to be brawling,
Kuşlar,
going to be scrappy.
kuşlar.
BBL can't back really
Dur
away
artık.
from this. This time they've committed everything to this side.
As I say, finally here, Navera will put a nano swarm down behind them
Eyvallah.
to prevent this farm from coming through.
Tamam, aslan sakin olun. Heyecan
A
yok.
little bit of damage here, but they haven't actually taken away a chunk of the wall.
Dikkat, dikkat. Aslan öldü.
Still
Kurduk
alive.
mu? Bombayı
Kurduk mu?
kurduk, bombayı kurduk.
Aslan. Hold on, okay, we are in the post plan. Navera
Silah
can't
vermeyin.
close in.
Aynen
Now
öyle.
hit
Silah güzel
correctly.
yerde.
Now we look at what's on the other side. Still that Bulldog is the main thing. They could spark this.
Ananı sikeyim, ne yaptı lan bu çocuk?
Naughty with it as well. The angle's perfect. He does
Abi
take
silah
down main man
alacaklar.
though. Shin is gone. That Bulldog
Aynen
yet to be
öyle,
recoverable
aynen öyle,
and yet to be
aynen
in
öyle.
play. Brave gonna re-aggress somewhat. Spots out.
Nice!
Spots out a second. Brave bulldozering his way through the site. And
Yapma!
now, this is when it gets problematic. The Cove is up in place.
Yapma ya!
Carmine Core. They've got time on the defuse. This
Patla
is
lan!
wild stuff coming out.
Bir
The
saniye,
fact
bir
it
buçuk
got so
saniye
dicey
ya.
at the end. I thought BBL
Oğlum biraz daha lan.
fully in control
Oyalasaydın
there.
lan.
I mean, you said it was going to look scrappy on the way in. It was scrappy on the
Allah'ım
way out.
şöyle eller vermeyelim lan. Şöyle eller vermeyelim ya.
Any form of comfort. I mean, Kushina
Bu ne abi?
Vuruşa bak.
to try and equalize this engagement, but after that, things just fall apart for BBL.
Looking stressed out,
Hadi oğlum
worried,
enti. Hadi oğlum.
not having any of that
Bozma, bozma,
composure
moral
there.
bozma.
So much utility on available late there
Yes.
for Carmine Core.
Kimden geldi? Bizden mi?
Ben galiba.
Aynen. Gel timeout.
BBL going to take this moment to pump the brakes. The plan certainly not going as intended. Still a close scoreline at 4-3, but you look at the rounds, BBL having a couple of those conversions that maybe
2 tane eko verdik.
will take an individual to step up once again. But this time around, got to say, much different look from Carmine Core. A lot happier with some of the fundamentals we're seeing here.
Ya Kuti'nin çok riskli hareketti ama. Yani bilmiyorum ya. İlkini böyle direkt headshot atsa aslında alttakine dönerdi direkt, evet.
Ya da geri şey yapardı. Adam atardı.
Evet. Çok geç vurdu ilkini.
Again, we look towards the buy rounds, and actually even from the previous let's take away, if XMS can start finding this space outside A with what BBL...
Sıkıntı yok. 4-3 saldırıyız arkadaşlar bu arada. Atağız ha. 3'e çok iyi.
Evet.
Çok iyi şu an. Minimum 6 el. Hadi oğlum. Minimum 6 el. Furkan'ın ulti var. Kimde silah var? Kuti'de silah var. Hadi oğlum Kuti. Al bir enter'ı.
This time around.
They're going to be probing this time against Nevera.
Brave çok iyi oynuyor ama şu an. Yanıyor yani çocuk.
Waiting for it. This is where he gets quite dangerous though. He is on, I wouldn't say a full island. He does have Scream there, but Scream can only be the supporting.
Boş. O da kör oldu.
But Nevera ate it. That's the problem. So he couldn't capitalize on any of those players that were blinded. Now he's in a bit of danger here. Scream has to get more involved in this. And he is. Right next to him, backing up his brother, making sure he does not fight alone. You can already see them starting to peel away from the side, get to a little bit of a safer distance. And actually, it's Nevera readdressing. BBL trying to take that space. Really nice work.
Enti. Sıkıntı yok, enti. Hadi oğlum. Düşmeyin, hadi oğlum. Hadi oğlum, sakın düşmeyin. Ne koyduk? Hemen su koysana.
Nasıl atacağız ki ama?
Very nice.
Açamayız.
Where the adjustment now comes from BBL, they don't seem to be achieving what I think they want to with this early pressure. It's definitely not digging deep enough. Like I said, you can't really fault the utility on the side of Carmine, which again was a concern. The investment of the utility and the timings.
Ne yapıyor tek başına Harbor? Vur şunu hemen. Şu Harbor'u vur hemen.
That late knife towards yellow from Scream, completely dictating that rotation.
Çok iyi oğlum. Yakalasana onu Kuti.
Ay.
Don't think XMS caught a glimpse of Kushner there.
But the knife had to have had so much impact. Already Scream is dedicated himself here, and you still have that Viper spit on the other side, so they can put bodies behind this, but they're not removing Shin yet either. Still want to be cautious of that potential double pump that we have seen BBL lean towards. Loads of ults for themselves to play with here as well.
Tamam, resimiz var.
So
bak resimiz var. Brave ultimiz var. Viper ultimiz. Furkan'ın ultisi var. Çok iyi yani şu an. Cidden mi? Çok iyi. Çok iyi. Çok iyi. Çok iyi oğlum. Çok iyi oğlum. Çok iyi oğlum. Güzel. Çok güzel. Önemli kill. Çok güzel Koşne. Çok güzel. Hadi oğlum, en kötüleri kaldı. Hadi.
First step achieved. That's a back
çok güzel be.
A great trade from the side for Kushner. Finding Scream removes any threat from this. I don't know what
koruyacak.
XMS can really do now.
Bu.
Let's go.
5-4 hadi. 7-5 ya. Çıkartıyorum ayakkabıları.
I think actually the willingness to pop the alarm button moves so quickly towards screens. I mean, this Viper split completely negates Carmine's investment in the same ultimate. Actually, even having said that, there's still
çok güzel oynadık lan roundu bu arada.
Evet iyiydi.
Yani Turko ulti açtı. O panikle mid'e pushladık. Bu harbi Omen'i maymun gibi oynuyor ha.
Hasan kullanmadı değil mi ultiyi?
Galiba kullanmadı. Güzel oğlum hadi.
But again, I mean, he's put in a pretty awkward spot there. He has to find a kill ahead.
Aynen, Hasan kullanmamış. Doşne'nin ultisi geliyor.
But I don't think you can do that more than once. That's not something you can run every single time. It depends on some factors that simply aren't in play now. At least finding early information, but that's very different to the previous rounds where that knife has found 4+ players. So this could be indicative, but again, how much credence do you put towards that?
İlerliyor. Tüpten ilerliyor.
We see the combo. I'm looking for Shin to put that flash into place.
Çıkıp bir iplesene ya. Eyvah. Bitti toplandılar.
The timings could be very crucial.
Sakın sakin. Yakın olduğunu anladık.
Aman
Tüp dikkat.
aman. Yes be! Yes
It
be!
worked out really well. Scream just caught none the wiser. No flash really in play for him there either. So now Shin's next on the chopping block.
Ay.
There's danger. Does get out with his life though. Nuzera waiting on the other side.
Aman diyeyim. Bakın.
Arka. Vuramadı.
But he's made it well
30.
towards one. Brave's
Aslan,
gone now.
aslan.
Waits for the second. Aslan wins that fight. Sight now potentially.
Hadi oğlum yiyecek.
4'e 3 yedi mi?
Yok, yemedi.
Vuralım.
Nice, good.
Tamam, biri yedi.
The switch to the rifle, the death of him.
Random tarama. O ne, neye öldük lan? Nice long kutuya. Son adam. En kötüleri, hadi oğlum. Hadi git dilen şimdi.
İşte bu.
Let's go BBL.
And I love the variety we're seeing from BBL. These mid hits now, their adjustment.
Hadi oğlum, iyisiniz.
Güzel, 5-5 güzel.
I think Carmine Core are making the same read that BBL should, which is mid is our opportunity here. If we don't want to overinvest, we don't want to get
duyuyor musun?
Duyuyorum.
Mid's where we've got to hit. In this round,
Bas BBL ya.
Bas BBL ya.
5-5 çok iyi. Bak light armor operatör çekmiş gene Nivera A'da. Aman çocuklar dikkat. Aman dikkat, drone'la çıkalım. Yakalamadım mı ya? Şöyle alttan yakalamadım mı? Alttan görüp tıklamadım mı ya kafasına? Alta bakıyor. Vastoş'un ultisi var mıydı?
Ya, şu adam.
Görmedim. Çok güzel. Res var. Hiç sıkıntı yok. Kurduk bir de. Aynen öyle. Çıktı bir de çocuk.
Güzel.
Aynen öyle. Detain oldu mu? Olmadı.
Yok olmadı.
Oo çok iyi. Ultiler boşa gitti. Ama dikkat, bu ulti canımızı sıkmasın.
Helal.
Çok güzel lan.
Helal Brave.
Bak buna dikkat. Ninja diffuse'da dikkat. 3 ve 2, 2 ve 2.
He's gonna find another, and now down to just one.
Yes be!
But it's not enough. BBL up to 6 and
İşte bu
takes the
chat,
lead.
işte bu.
Bir şey bilmezler. Öne geçtik.
Ataktayız. Atak başladık, öne geçtik.
You can even see there as well, the nano swarm was burnt so early, just to make sure nobody from BBL really takes damage. It's a beautiful response here.
Aferin oğlum. Hadi.
Again, the time in this final swing, it doesn't give XM, it puts him in a position where he's got to snap onto the
Son el. Bu elde alalım. 7-5. Bu elde alalım 7-5. Ultilerimiz yok. Kutu'nun bir orba ultisi var. Orb mu aldıracağız Kutu'ya?
We're back in the early setup here for Carmine Core. Scream over towards 8. XMS.
Ay 7-5 çok tatlı olur ya Kemal. Ata az bir de var ya. Bir de ilk ele aldık pistolü. Dur tamam sustum. Doğru düzgün silahları yok, skill'leri yok. Kimin molisi bile yok. Bekle abi acelesi yok. Gördü galiba ama. Açtılar çok güzel.
Sakin kullansınlar abi.
Hiç sıkıntı yok. Güzel, hala A'da adamları var. Mid'de 2 adamları var. Güzel, çok güzel.
Aha.
Vice oğlum. Helal C ile çık. Ne diyorsun ya? Oğlum çık lan. Nice, good. 2 ve 2.
Lockdown still in place. They have to
Tamamdır.
make their minds up about this
Tamam,
one.
kırdık.
Does get dealt with Aslan.
15 saniye. 15 saniye kurmamız lazım. Burasından oğlum. Hadi oğlum Brave. Hadi oğlum Brave. Hadi oğlum yapma, yapma.
Güzel.
Aa,
lan.
Öldü. Dur. Ne yana?
Lan nasıl?
Ne oldu?
Gördü vurdu zannettim. Bizimki vurdu zannettim.
Yok. 6-6 güzel. Gayet iyi bu arada. Gayet iyi. Enti.
Ne diyorsun?
6 çok iyi. Gerçekten çok iyi.
I'll say as well, the intent there to play anti-plant, late investment in the nanoswarms inside that poison orb, just running the clock down further and further.
Hadi çocuklar, hadi çocuklar, hadi Turko, hadi aslan, hadi oğlum. Hadi oğlum.
I want to know if they've kind of hit some of those markers that we were worried about at the very start of this. And I think it's a fair way to kind of address this. I think so too.
Sakin. Sakin, soğukkanlı. Hadi.
Yok, şeyden map'ten Aslan'ı izliyordum ya chat. Biz vurduk zannettim.
But some of those bigger issues, those glaring ones, look way better off here.
Absolutely.
Kaçacak yok ya
Aklım
burada.
açacağımız yok bizim ya. Uğur getirdi.
Uğur getirdi herhalde. Bir de bir kül tablası istesem ya. Çok fenayım da.
Of, çok sıcak bastı. Bugün bitmeyecek ya bu maç. Anlaşıldı.
105k kemik. Buradan BBL severlere de bir O7 hocam. Cansınız, bir tanesiniz. Buyurun Ferit Bey.
Teşekkür ederim.
Abi çok sağ ol ya.
The response from BBL was great. I think we started to see a little bit more depth in the playbook coming up from them as well. I thought they might have hit a bit of a foot with that kind of 4-1 split that really did get worked out by Carmine Core. But then they, starting to adjust towards middle, that nice little mid split in towards the Viper split. A couple of really nice.
Ah şurada beklese biraz Brave.
But I don't think Carmine Core ever really got into a position to punish it. It was only the one round we saw XMS go exploring very deep outside A.
Polonya'mız yok abi. Tabii ki.
To kind of hold that down. So again, whether or not that's just kind of the stars aligning for BBL, and there could have been a couple of rounds where at sea that mid control is taken away. Carmine Core are willing to dig a little deeper with Shin and Screen, who are present in most rounds towards mid. My concerns come from actually we go to the side where
neler yapıyor görüyor musun o bende?
Bir sürprizim var dedi.
Ağır sürpriz hem de.
Birey bugün modunda.
Biz senin sesine kurban. Buradan duyuyoruz senin sesini. Evet. Peki, yorma o kadar.
Who knows? That's what we're going to have to find out. That is the real curiosity of
İyi, modlar yerinde güzel.
Hadi oğlum, hadi oğlum.
It does leave you kind of curious, especially on that attacking side. So again, that's what our eyes will be going towards with these two head-to-head, but so far pretty close. 6 apiece.
Tek sıkıntı ne biliyor musun?
So very excited to see if there's one team that really does start to tear away on the scoreline. So far they look somewhat inseparable.
Şeyde mi daha sıkıntı Harbor?
Atakta biraz daha sıkıntı
tabii. Starting, they go on the second half here on that attacking side, so we get to see who
güzel
is that
orba
first man and who are they trying to prop up
A'ya
into that position.
toplandılar. Kuti dön oğlum. Siktir et, risk al dön. Aynen öyle, aynen öyle.
You would, wouldn't you?
He's going to be the one. Hopefully we see Post playing close quarters here.
Çok iyi.
Does have a flash for himself as well.
Dön.
Utility to complement that as well.
Güzel one way.
Again, it is XMS, the other expected one, I'd say, in this
sesi duymuş olmamız lazım.
Composition to be exploring with him.
We've got 4 players already over here from BBL. Yeah, Sushin is a little bit further away, but that's
oynuyorlar mı?
Early investment in the wall.
Yeah.
Göstermedi, eyvah.
No information elsewhere. Well, I guess based on lack of information elsewhere.
Yerlerimiz iyi ya.
All right, here comes the burst.
2 kişi.
Up and going. Noting at least 2 on the site. Going to be sending out Wingman as well. And the plant's going to
güzel kuramadı.
Go down, but XMS is there to be able to pick
tamam,
up that
sakin
mantle.
Kuramıyorlar.
Or at least the spike. 35 seconds. You can see BBL still challenging. Pretty much postured up on the site. They're not giving up site control at all.
Biliyorsunuz.
Çok iyi.
Helal
olsun. Çok iyi oğlum. Çok iyi. Trap patladı galiba. Onun da yerini biliyoruz. Onun da yerini biliyoruz.
Aynen öyle.
Çok güzel altlı üstün yan yana. Kol kola cross. Kol kola cross.
Gel.
No sweat on the brow. There was no punch to that.
Çok önemli round. Çok önemli roundtu.
It's not XMS or Scream, it's little bro.
Hadi oğlum.
The problem with this sort of plan though is there needs to be some pressure behind the cove. You can't just let them util dump inside that cove or you know even just pop.
Bak işte.
I'm hoping that's not going to be the cornerstone of the plan, or I should say, of this composition.
Hopefully not.
The adjustment needs to come there, actually, which is then where the concerns come once again. Who have you got to take space behind the cove?
Exactly. Who is that player who's going to have to take that space, take that chance, and probably not
BBL'in tweet'e bak. Pistol round kazanılabilen bir şeymiş.
Very early read here. BBL already drawing players over, and they've left no one towards A for the attacking side. So Carmine Core very much focused towards B here. They have no information behind them, so this is where it can get dangerous if someone from BBL decides to take that space. So this is all in. If they double pump back away from this, dangerous. Executioner though.
Ya.
This is also pretty dicey. There's a lot of players here.
At lan. Çok iyi kör. Çok iyi kör çıktın oğlum. Aynen öyle. Aynen öyle.
Helalsin. Helal.
Destekledik çok iyi. Kötü kalmıştı. Aynen öyle. Geç abi. Dönebilirler. Dönebilirler. Kal. Kal.
Kaçtı kaldılar hadi.
Kal abi. Dönerler abi. 45 saniye ya. Sakin.
Bozuldu. Planları bozuldu hocam.
Bak dönerler. Aa bomboş. Yapma. Ayrı tek bıraktık.
Dig deep enough to show himself on the screen. Now, actually, Nevera and XMS remaining here at B plants the seed of doubt.
And that's what we weren't seeing during lock-in. When they were trying to pull off these fakes, they weren't leaving bodies behind it. They weren't leaving that kind of second layer of questioning. This time, much better from them. Now they should be able to get the plant. Turco, he can't really change the outcome of this. Can maybe do some chip damage, doesn't even get that. So plant is down. The rest of the supporting team does get over there. And now we're in a 5v5 post.
Aslan görmüş olması lazım mıydı? Hadi hadi Soşni çabuk abi. Çabuk çabuk çabuk hızlı. Aslan'ın duvarı var. Aslan'ın duvarı var. Aslan hadi güzel bir mimari. Hadi oğlum. Getir yarıya. Getir yarıya. Çöz lan. Çöz lan.
Oğlum helal lan sana. Bu oğlum bu.
Bu kadar oğlum.
Bu.
Bu kadar oğlum.
Bitti.
Hiç sıkıntı yok. Hiç sıkıntı yok. Hiç sıkıntı yok. Çok güzel.
I didn't hear enough people shooting at the wall. I know we cut off to catch that.
Çekememeleri lazım. Risk alıyorlar, çekiyorlar. Evet, çekecekler ya. Nizera şeyle oynuyor. Marshall'la oynuyor. Aferin aslanlar. Aferin aslanlar. Aferin oğlum.
There's the vulnerable there on the UI, but again,
şunu da çalsak ya. Şu roundu da çalsak ya pistollerle.
As soon as it's invested, especially with the weaponry on the side of Carmine Core, there needs to be two chunks of that gone.
Ne oldu?
Kuti aldı, kill aldı. Entry almış. Nereden aldı oğlum? Oo, oha. Oğlum nasıl vurdu orayı?
Anlamadım ki.
Kanka nasıl aldı o kill'i?
Tepeye bir yere mi bir şey oldu? Teleport oldu.
Bilmiyorum da Turko vur onu. Turko vur onu. Oğlum helalsiniz lan. Çok iyi, çok iyi. Hadi 3v5 vermeyin oğlum. 3v5 vermeyin oğlum. Kuti. Silahın var oradasın. İyisiniz, iyisiniz, iyisiniz. İyisiniz, sıkıntı yok. Bomba geride. Dönecekler mi? Bakıyor mu? Bakmıyor. Eyvah, Türk. Taret var, tamam. Taret var. Sıkını öldürsenize tek başına. Tek başına beraber.
Biliyor muyuz? Bilmiyoruz.
Vur onu. 24 can. Bir can, bir can, bir can. Sıkıntı yok, bir can. Bir can oğlum, hadi. Beraber, aynen öyle. Arkadan oynuyor Soşni. Soşni onu vursana. Gördün. Sağına bakacak mı?
Hayır ya.
Bakacak mı?
Lütfen bak.
Yapma, yapma kanka, yapma ya.
This duo is looking real good together. Turco's done wonders with that Sheriff, but this might be beyond him. Time beginning to tick here. Needs Scream now. Oh my word, he's got him. Another 1v1, hold on. Shin's got to play this right. Yeah, he is. He's going to do the best he
Yapma ya.
can. There's nothing more to do. Turco has to sit back
Yani
and watch
ultini
this
harcamış
one.
oldu. Boş ver.
Oh,
Ultini
Shin
harcamış oldu.
done him
Sıkıntı yok,
dirty.
sıkıntı yok. Olsun. Bonus
Beautiful
oynuyorduk
work
oğlum.
between
Bonus.
Shin and
Evet,
Screen to make
evet.
that
Kaç
round.
tane pistolümüz
Ama
vardı
işte
ya.
çok kötü öldük.
Ekonomilerin
Dream.
ağzına
That was
sıçtık.
going
Hiç sıkıntı yok.
terribly for so long.
Hadi
Yeah,
oğlum.
it's unfortunate really for BBL not to convert
Hadi oğlum.
that. With the weaponry they had, really just Sheriff's doing work for them.
It's Screen doing work for him early here.
Burada
The
çok
fact he was
pis kör
able to
oldu
slip
galiba
this
ya
thing,
Kuti.
flash through the wall and just
O
catch
pop
his
flash
breath.
de-
Random vursaydı orada var ya.
en zor
More
pop
from him to
flash
do
ya
that
o.
and well, just icing
Looked
on the
even
cake,
better
isn't
in
it?
slow-mo.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
lovely. Thank you, production.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys.
Wasn't sure about exactly what happened there, but
No, I didn't know.
yeah.
But now I know. I have learned. But well, they hold on. And if we look at it in the bigger picture, BBL were doing that damage.
Bu nereden
with
geldi?
weaponry, but
Yeah.
Ha tamam.
Carmine Core needed
Tamam,
the round to
sakin,
get themselves
sakin.
back in this matchup, I feel.
Aldık
7 to 8.
çıktık.
I mean, it's kind of tit for tat though. You
Yeah.
look at this
Aslanın bir
round
orba
here.
ultisi var.
Was it? It's only really Nivera and Nuzera to come away with this stack of credits. Ultimate Cycle probably still in favor for BBL though.
Yeah.
I mean, the lockdown being the one that's missing here, but Hunter's Fury and the Res can be round changes on their own.
First time we saw maybe a consideration of that middle pressure.
Bayağı
coming
yavaş
through.
oynuyorlar.
I say relatively early on, around the minute marker. Backing away from that.
It's looking like a BBL approach here towards BBL.
Timing yedik ya. Timing yedik ya. Hayır ya.
Everybody stacked up.
Hayır ya. Tamam
Guess
ayık
that's
ayık.
actually gonna be the
Aynen öyle,
Ayıktılar,
dön.
ayıktılar. Dön, dön, dön, dön, dön, dön, dön.
for BBL, but I'm not seeing a
And no challenge. on
fast rotation
30
here.
seconds left.
it.
Gördü.
They're really adamant it's this A piece. I don't know what the
Yok bir
read
şey yok.
from
Hadi
BBL
lan,
is, but
bizimkiler.
it's absolutely wrong.
Tank kuş kurdu.
Spike down. Crowd loves little bro.
Ne yapıyorlar biliyor musun? Harbor şey atıyor. O küresini
Carmine Core
atıyor ya.
gets a really
Shield'ı.
powerful post plant.
Üzerine de kan kuşu
Zero
atıyorlar.
damage done, they are
O yüzden kan
happy
kuşu
with
rahat
this.
rahat kurabiliyor.
And yeah, I think Shin's
Retake
realizing how much space they
alabilecek
still
miyiz
have to
bakalım.
play with.
So they've got the mosh pit invested
That's
now.
lovely time.
Still got two snake bites, still
Zaman
got one
var,
nano
zaman
sword.
var.
They
Güzel
Lots
bir
to
flash
work with
kuti.
here.
They should.
Kötü
We've
flash.
seen this go wrong in the past, but they should be in the perfect place for this. It's going to take something to really disrupt this. And again, timing is everything. Nivera's holding this down well. Turco with the trade towards
Çözeceğiz
Shin.
mi?
Yarıya
Let's remove
getirdik.
some of this factor.
Çözüyor,
çözüyor,
No,
çözüyor.
again.
Oğlum helal
Yes!
bu. Olay bu.
Happened again to them.
Olay bu.
Nice. Hiç verme. Kill verme. Kill verme.
Total faith
Silah
in the
koru.
utility.
Put a body behind it,
Yeah.
please.
Çok güzel.
I mean,
Çok
you've
güzel.
got
Çok iyi
bodies
abi.
to throw at that.
Zeka ya. Zekasın
There's
oğlum
enough
sen.
people alive on
Atamadılar.
Carmine Core just to
Ya
secure
şunun
that
üstüne
round.
oturmayak.
Give away a rifle. Whatever it takes to make sure
Olay
that
orada
GBL
kim baba
don't
değil.
get
Skor
Aynen öyle,
almak için
aynen
çöz
öyle.
bombayı geçtin gitti.
Aynen öyle.
There's the plant.
Kenar. Oy.
Ay,
Çok iyi yerden
The
çözmüş.
nanoswarm's just off.
Bunu da umursamadı. Çok iyi.
That
Çok
is a
iyi.
heartbreaker.
Çok iyi oğlum,
That's a
çok iyi oğlum.
heartbreaker too. Because that's the perfect post plan, right? You're sat there 5 alive, you're loving it. There was no player nearby for BBL. They were adamant it was that A piece. Oh man.
Aslanın ultisi var.
And the ult's now just starting to really come through. Yes, Turco's there. Aslan's got his. Cushion is not far away. Brave still got a little bit of work towards theirs. But again, this is calling for double digits. And I'm worried about that money breaking for Carmine Core now.
This is a weird setup from BBL as well. It's not the sort of setup you want to shift walk into late round. Again, Shin did retrieve that globule. The only thing being the knife to really
Sen ne yapıyorsun lan?
find a hit.
Ha Kuti agro oynuyor.
Can
Hadi
we
oğlum,
use it now?
hadi oğlum. Vur onu. Göreceksin, kafasını göreceksin.
Oh my god.
Huh?
Okay, now he's gonna see
Oh!
Shin.
İnanamıyorum kanka.
Oh, you've made an absolutely
İnanamıyorum
of a
kanka.
two-part trade. 3 for 1.
İnanamıyorum
That's a discount
ya.
you'll take every day of the week if you are Carmine Core. Plant going to come through this time, surely. They should be good for it. No more
Hadi lan 2v4. Yok mu?
Raven Sushni. Come on. This can't happen again. This plant is very open. There we go. First bit of util run through. Second piece being implemented now. The clock
I think
should
BBL
simply
Koruyacaksın,
be perfect.
koruyacaksın.
And yes,
Aynen öyle abi.
they've decided this
Para
time,
çok
okay,
yok.
the plant, there's no
Ya.
sneakiness to it. We've got to get out with our rifles.
It's heartbreaking not
Ulan
to see
almıştık
Shin
eli
die.
lan Kemal.
Aynen ya.
Kuti'nin 2 kill'i
So
vardı
when you
ya.
think about
Ah.
it, there's another 2 players
Ah.
in BBL there. The fact that actually, globule shot on the way out. Actually, to not be in a position where anybody else can really
Düşme oğlum,
swing
düşme
Alma
oğlum.
ki, gerçekten
Düşme,
alma ki
gerçekten.
ya.
to make use of that setup. I mean, rightfully so on the recon.
Yes.
Ya böyle anlardan gidip yapıyorum. Onu var ya görmese yani girmeyecek, o kadar atlamayacak.
10 tane pozisyon olsa 9'unu vurur yani.
Evet ya.
No, it's crazy.
And this right here,
Abi
like I
nasıl
said,
ya?
there's two other members of BBL stacked under.
Nasıl
They
ya?
can't do anything.
No, they can't change any of this.
12 canı kalmış.
Can't vault Wtcn in this scenario.
No, he has to go for that. It's just, yep.
Tamam olsun
Yeah, there
olsun
it is.
düşme
That
ya.
is
Düşme.
exactly
Hadi
how
oğlum.
you feel.
You and me both.
Wow. And a little bit of a gap closed here. I felt that round could have been maybe a
Tutmuş
spiral
kendini
up,
yalnız
because you
ha.
can see it's
Evet.
actually halted BBL's
Niko
progress
kaldık ya.
substantially. Yes, the ults are there now. But look at the purchase. 2 rifles and then just the
Hızlı
pistols
mid
behind it.
oynadılar. Duyuyor,
On the other
hepsini
side,
duyuyor.
you can lush with it. Money
Hepsini
galore.
duyuyor. Hiç sıkıntı yok.
I mean,
Gördü ikisini de.
don't think he needed to use that. Could have just seen it in the end. Sees 3 players potentially, maybe
Bak
just
keşke
2, but
deseydi.
pretty indicative.
Güzel,
Vera
güzel,
getting caught for a
güzel.
second
Gayet
there, but
iyisin.
Dürttü.
Gayet
we'll
iyisin.
pull back this. We haven't seen this kind of like 3-2 approach much. They have been that all
Bıçağı
in
görmüş
early
olmamız
work
lazım.
towards B.
Beyler.
Bit of a change up there.
Pistollüyüz ya. Götü göte
One of
dolanıyoruz
the
o
things I've
yüzden.
had my eye on with this Gecko use this week is where the utilities invested so that you can retrieve it ahead of another site here, right? I'm not seeing much deep investment
var mı
here
Brave'de?
towards
Hadi
yellow,
oğlum
for
lan Brave.
example, so that it can be retrieved. It's very, very early on.
Oh, the gamble stacked to the wrong side. Feels terrible.
I mean,
B'ye
Brave's got
gidiyorlar.
one of those rifles, though. I see the poison orb.
Bunları bir doğru tahmin edemedik
Actually, the
ya.
poison orb's over the top of B main here. So actually can't really commit to denying this
Güzel.
plan. But definitely not now with the no command going through.
Bir atamayacağız.
Bildiniz.
Plant's gonna come in.
Tamam.
Ay şu kuşu da.
Grumbly do.
Ananı
Doing the
sikeyim.
job. Plant's down.
Var ya.
That
Şey
code
açtı
comes
yine ya.
just at the
Evet
right
evet.
time.
O kalkan çok bozuyor ya.
Abi o ne gıcıkmış ya. Kuş
Evet,
geliyor,
güzel
kalkan
combo.
açıyor.
Be fine here.
Güzel combo.
Go look at Wtcn and Brave to be the ones to be disruptive.
Tamam yakın yok
There's
oğlum.
a lot of utility in these post plants. It works quite nicely. for them.
Winnable
Yes,
ya.
it's
Vallahi
fallen.
winnable.
It's a bit of
Soşni.
an issue every now and then,
Okudun
but
oyunu oğlum hadi.
Sushni.
İyi
There we
lan
go.
çok
That's
iyi.
a shot, not bad. That's a rifle as well. A couple of ults going to be coming into this. Shin ready to invest when he has to.
Yedik mi ultiyi?
Brave
Yedik,
the
yedik.
one has to
Olmadı
suffer
ama.
through this. Scream,
Brave.
swings! Takes 3 with him. Brave will trade it, but now Sushni needs
Nice
to.
oğlum.
Damage on the backline, does do well. Takes down
Nice.
Nuzi
Oy.
time. Oh, what a shot for Brave,
Patlayacak.
but time
Patlayacak,
is
patlayacak.
the aspect of this that does
Olsun
not
güzel.
go away
Biz
from
koruduk
Carmine
onlar
Corp.
koruyamadı.
It's going in their favor. We'll have to go
9-9
down with the
güzel.
ship, but you take it.
Ekoyduk ya.
When you get it
Eko
9
roundumuzdu.
apiece
Haydi
now,
bakalım.
9-9.
Gene bak
BBL's
Ekorant'ta
lead
gene
has crumbled.
ekonomimiz çıktık yani.
Sushi unfortunately in a position there where he has to hold on to that rifle. He
Gerçi
can't
paraları
execute,
hep
he's
çok
so
var ya.
late in that lurk position. Picks up the kill on the flank, yes, but I think he brought down to 600 credits there. So even when he picks that up, I don't think there's any situation unless this goes massively in favor of BBL. Who he's committed
Ay
to
son
this.
mermi.
Couple more bullets for Brave and maybe it's doable.
For a field test.
Wtcn are actually
Hadi
pulling
oğlum,
out the
düşmeyin.
operator here.
Both sides. Navera.
Yeah, Navera as well.
Let's see if that changes any of this dynamic.
Navera
Navera
operatör almış.
slowly looking towards that A site, but
Killjoy ve operatör bir de atak.
could be a curious head-to-head that. See how it works out. The Aldrone did go in as well. It's not going to find much here. I don't think you're going to hear anything of it either, but it does get him a little bit of a deeper angle to play with, which may
Direkt
close off this
kaçtı.
A site
Direkt kaçtı
approach.
B'ye
I
döndüler.
love this
Dönün abi.
proactive
Dönün
push,
kanka.
though, to deal with the
Dönün
turret
kanka.
here, take
Turko'nun
away
ulti var.
some
Aslan'ın ulti var.
of the
Kuti'nin
flank
ulti var.
security
Kuti TP
from
atar
Carmine
atar
Corp. He's
gelir.
actually gonna draw the rotation
Bir de
of Turco.
AWP
He's in
var.
position here with
Yine
the
aynı şey
Fury.
geliyor bak.
Well, it's probably going to be the wingman he finds with it to deny the plant, but
Yapma. Yapma
What
yapma.
happens,
Kaç
the
kaç
spike
kaç
will be
kaç
down
kaç
on
kaç
default.
kaç kaç. Hiç gerek yok.
Brave's got to be careful though. Down so
Hiç
low,
gerek yok.
5 HP. Can't take much of a fight anymore. They're
Operatör.
willing to give up the
48
site.
saniye.
You're absolutely right. The Hunted Fury will be what
Güzel.
we're looking
Heal
at.
aldık.
Kill will come out. Oh, on the other side though.
Kuruyor mu?
Clear on the
Kankuş
side, they
mu
will
kuruyor?
now be fully aware that they do have the green
Evet,
light.
geldi
for the
gene.
plant. There it is. Poor little bro. Doesn't get taken down. Where is it?
the
Okay.
Kankuş
was
ulti
investing
açtık.
towards yellow.
Did it find anything? Did it? I think Shin was already tagged.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sova ultiyi çok kötü kullandık ya.
Nothing. So, retake time. Gotta have some utility for this, because Navera's waiting with an operator. Yeah, hello, Navera. Sushi's gone down, and he is patrolling this.
şunu
He's
vurun ya.
looking for the next one. Does dip away eventually.
Başladık
Just
gene
saw
abi.
Bray's trying to come out. Paranoid sent in. Rez comes out. That mid
Ne?
from Scream. He's got two.
Yapma.
Navera as well. The brothers in the feed.
Yapma.
Just perfect play between the two of them. Sushni. It's
Yapma,
nothing to do but
yapma,
die.
yapma,
Carmine Corp taking the
yapma.
lead now.
You need to see the adjustment from BBL, the amount of post-plant
Paramız var mı?
that Carmine Core have
Galiba
in this
yok ya.
composition. You can't allow these plants to come through completely uncontested, which is why I'm surprised by the Hunter's Fury. After that first wave of utility, if Carmine Core don't get that spike down, there's a lull in the round where Carmine Core have to fully reset. BBL, unfortunately, aren't taking space on the flank, even after dealing with this turret. They know that they're going to force
Bu ne
Rivera away.
ya? Nasıl vuramadık abi onu?
BBL have to take a look at the bigger picture here.
I'm wondering if they do maybe take a pause to try and deal with that, because externally we can see it very clearly. I'm wondering in their minds if they can see it clearly, but
I'm hoping
Da,
this one.
yerinde
certainly the
tamam.
control, yeah. And I do want to see them change something up here, because you're right, there are a couple of things that you have to do.
B'ye bir çözüm bulmamız lazım ya. Adamlar hep aynı şeyi yapıyor. Gecko atıyor kalkışıyor. Harbor atıyor shield'ı. Bert oluyor
There's no
yani.
agents here.
That have abilities to be so annoying in a post plant, so you can't
And the
let them
fifth
get
is
there.
what secures the plant, so it's like, it's...
If you let them get that spike down, you're probably not going to get them off
Evet,
it. So
Aslan'ın
I
artık
do want
oyuna
to see what
girmesi
the
lazım.
adjustment is for BBL. This is going to be a hard one,
Ayar
because they
oldum
don't
ya.
have much to... I mean, again, when we discuss maybe our dislikes with Carmine Core's
Böyle
agent
çok
selection to an
kötü,
extent,
böyle
the same
ucu
thing does
ucuna
get
eller
said about
gidiyor
BBL
ya.
to a
Evet.
Hani
degree.
şimdi
They're not willing to
ihtiyacımız
take
oluyor
fights
böyle
on it.
ayar
They're not willing to
oluyorum
almost
ya.
overpush
Evet.
to try and maybe be disruptive.
Para yok.
And this is where maybe if you do have
Echoes.
this Jet in this composition, you have somebody that you can send forward, particularly on the defense, to weaken this setup, pull away some of this utility. Or even
Hadi
a
lan,
key
şu el bir
stakeholder in this
şaşırtın
Carmine
lan.
Core composition.
Hadi oğlum, hadi oğlum. Enerji, hadi.
So it doesn't even really require much layering or timing in that utility. It's you can just start dumping. Unless BBL are fully cleared towards yellow, get some control, some contact towards B main, which is when Nivera's just posted up with an operator anyway.
Bu sefer daha
There's no
oynuyorlar.
flash in the composition for BBL. So there's no way late round to force Nivera off any of these safe angles.
You're starting to see them really suffer the consequences of this. Carmine Core's game plan is working really nicely on this side.
Duyduk,
With the purchase they have here up
duyduk.
against these sheriffs, it
Duyduk,
should
adamı
continue,
duyduk.
but we have
Gecko'yu
seen
duyduk.
stranger
Last time,
things.
yeah.
We have seen stranger things. So we wait and see.
I believe it was
Turco's gonna
Turco to find the first last time.
Yeah. Does get a lot of information off this as well.
Tamam, sakin.
So you're going to see just about
Vurulduk.
everyone hitting that
Oynayın buraya.
rotation. Let's see if they get that spike
Hadi lan.
down. It's again part of that game plan that's been working wonderfully for them. Once they get that down, and that underhand flash is stunning from Scream. Back-to-back impact. The plant's going to come in, and now just one left alive.
NT'ye koyduk.
It's a formality. Carmine Core showing off their intention here with this agent composition.
Hadi oğlum, önemli round.
Confident sweep.
Bu roundu aldık, comeback koyduk. Hadi bir şey yok. Bak roundu aldık zaten 11-10 ya. Dibindeyiz adamların.
Very comfortable being the initiator of some of these side
Hadi
hits and
aslanım
being
ya.
the front line for
Ya
Carmine
aslan
Core.
şov görelim ya.
Doing really nicely. And the money's just in such a almost immovable place for them.
Yeah, I mean, BBL walking a tightrope in that regard. I do have some key ultimates here in terms of the defense. Viper's Pit, the lockdown. Don't have the Viper's Pit invested off the rip, though.
Kushner. Did he get seen on that? I think he did. Knife should have connected. But I think they're starting to read maybe aggression was the name of the game coming
Oynayacaklar
back
be ya.
out, but has been instantly dealt with.
Ultisi var. Scream'in. Ya bir agro oyun mu yapsak şuradan?
Again, there's just a
Bayağı
with
ulti
two
var ya.
members here,
Ama çok
again,
bozacak
BBL
bizi.
don't know the full
Rahat
picture, but there's
kuracaklar.
no exploration outside A site.
Hadi
This
oğlum
drone's
aslan.
gonna dig
Hadi
a
oğlum
little
aslan.
deeper.
Oyna o
But they
sarıyı.
haven't
Hadi
been
oğlum.
behind it.
Yeah, there's
Geçirme sarıyı
there's
adam.
nobody there posting up behind this drone.
We have been seeing him kind of use Dizzy to clear yellow as well, so I wonder if that's going to give Aslan trouble this time, or if he still goes through it, right? I think they seem very aware that someone after that early aggression could still be around this. Knife's going to show it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Aslan, I wonder if he even gets away. He's trying to stick around
Ulti de
for this.
açıldı.
Dangerous game to be playing.
Hadi oğlum aslan. Yap oyununu lan. Yap oyununu lan.
Not going to be fully showing where he is. Aslan going to take that corner again. Now he's in danger. Oh, he eats that on Scream. He is playing
Hep aynı
wonderfully
muhabbet
right
ya.
now. Really seeing him kind of working for himself, but working for the team at the same time. Denial on the plant this time.
Güzel.
Kushner
Güzel.
does get to dip away. But
Adam
there's
kuruyor.
the second layer. Now we need to see everything to this. Both ults going to come
Güzel
in at the same
flash.
time. Paranoia going to hit. Scream needs to get out
Nice
of there.
Turco.
And there's Turco. Takes in
İki
towards
tane
this.
var, bir
Looks like
dakika.
the defuse
Dur,
going to be
dur,
starting
çözmeye
as
mi
well.
başladı?
Denied.
Düştü.
That's XMS taking him down.
3 ve 3. 7!
I don't know how many people are going to get
Lan
detained.
koşun.
Birer tane mi?
We'll see how
Kamera
many
geliyor önüne,
defensive
göremedim.
Killjoy detained, but
Main.
at least
Kimi?
one here.
Nice.
Oh
Ulti.
my word,
Hayır.
Rivera just flies out. XMS! Oh, and the damage done early towards Kushner works.
Buna koyayım
Oh,
ya.
and Nivera's gone brave. So even in the scrappiness of that post plant, Carmine Core still coming out on top. BBL Nothing working here.
O kutudaki adam detain oldu. Detain'i çözüldü, geldi Spike'ı çözeni vurdu ya. Aslan orada niye hamle yapmadı?
He's then in a position to throw it directly up in the air to reveal any side towards, anything towards default, even towards Snowman to an extent behind that wall. The timing is absolute perfection from Scream to get Shin into that position.
This team's been working. This team has been working. I was worried genuinely looking at Carmine Core in the past, but they have been hard at work. And BBL not highlighting some of those problems, not digging deep enough, potentially pushing Carmine Core to their limits here. So we see a substantial adjustment, actually, from Carmine Core's approach for a second or two at this early round.
Now anticipating some aggression outside A, which
you got to
argue, you got to argue should have happened by now. Somebody should have been exploring this side of the map with a real lack of contact or any sort of pressure for quite a while. Close clear from Shin, though. We'll be able to retrieve the globule. Have that available once again. One off the ultimate as well, actually.
At aslan, at aslan. Nice oğlum Brave. Aferin lan, çok iyi kill. Çok iyi kill. İşte şöyle agrolar ya. Dönecekler mi? Dönecekler mi? Boş boş atıyorlar şu an. Boş atıyorlar şu an. Anlayın abi. Bilerek yapıyorlar. 30 saniyeleri var, dönecekler abi. Brave, diler abi. Hadi hadi lan, ne yapıyorsunuz hala? Kurdurtma ya. İşte gör. Nice lan sana. Çok önemli killer, hadi oğlum. Brave yaptın. Oyunu yaptın. Sus, dur. Çok hızlı oğlum. 10 saniye. 5 saniye. Kurdurtma. Kuranı vur. Hadi. Hala available.
Hadi oğlum.
B oyunu yapacaklar.
Abi çok bekliyoruz. Aşırı bekliyoruz. Hala A'daydık bak şu oyun dönerken.
Brave iyi oynadı ama.
İyi oynadı.
Hemen sarıya geçti. Ayıkıp. Aferin oğlum. Kuti de galiba ultisine güvendi.
Of.
Time out.
Crescendo of ultimates being invested in the other round. Not sure how the ultimate cycle looks for either team right now.
Yo, paraları var.
As you don't want them starting getting a little lost in the source. They have had a substantial upper hand here, I feel, across the board on this half. A couple of the things we'd like to have seen BBL trying to do not being achieved, and now it's even harder when you're facing map point 12 against you. Very difficult to try and get aggressive or try to be disruptive in that manner, because if it goes wrong, it goes terribly. One benefit though, Kushner has been having an absolute blistering game as well. If we're going to highlight someone like Scream, and I'd say the combination with Shin has been impressive, but individually XMS has been having a series too. But across the board, we now see what BBL can do. Can they bring this back into or Common Court has 2 opportunities to close this out.
Hadi oğlum aslan. Göster kendini oğlum, hadi. Bu ne? Çok iyi. Yapma be. Çık aslan, gerek yok. Çık. Döndük B'ye. Kuti döndük B'ye. Ne yapıyor? Aynen öyle. Sağlam B defansı. Hadi oğlum. Çok iyi Brave. Çok iyi oğlum. B'yi alsana.
Hadi oğlum lan.
At bir flash yok mu ya kanka? Kuti flash. Çok iyi oğlum Soşni. Kuti oraya bir flash ya. Dönüyorlar.
Bildiniz mi?
Yo, sakin. Sakin. Fake de atıyor olabilirler. Şöyle bir Soşni baktın. Ve biri geçtiğini gördü. Diğeri wall attığını gördü. Hala bomba B'de. Hala bomba B'de. Büyük fake. Büyük fake. Büyük fake. Büyük fake. Büyük fake. Yemeyin. Yemeyin. Yemeyin. Abi dönmeyin ya. 4v5 ama 4v5. Koş 10 saniye lan. 10 saniye lan Soşni.
When is the spike going down? The cove a little far away.
Ananı
trying to get that plant. He is desperately trying to keep this team in.
Vurdu mu?
He's done his job. Plant's in. Now the rest need to dig in as well.
Dur sakin 3v2 oldu.
And now a 3v2 Navera. Oh, big shot from Navera. Oh, and it goes again. Navera going wild for the side. He's desperate to catch Turco. Misses it. And now there's danger. Oh, it's got to Pico. Hunter's backing kind. Navera gets away with nothing.
Hadi oğlum Turko. Hadi oğlum Turko. 12-11.
HP for Turco to clutch this one out.
Hadi be.
What a ridiculous round from Navera as well. Goes down swinging with that operator. That is wild.
Ay 5 şan 5 şan.
Of.
Again BBL. You got to credit the setup here. The late investment of the wall, everything is there.
Fena oldum. Yemin ediyorum fena oldum.
Yeah, I think they've still got 40 seconds. And then you look and it's like, it's 20 seconds. They have to burst through the wall.
Hiç ya vallahi diyorum bak.
Çok işim var.
BBL going to be able to play off this utility.
Oh, wow.
Altıma işerim herhalde ya.
Game out of this one. I was worried it was starting to look a little, one-sided, but BBL waking up in the final moments and Carmichael now being pushed. Timeout almost.
Ne olur ya.
Back-to-back timeouts here. They need to get a grip
Hadi
on
oğlum
this.
buradan
Hak ettiniz ya. Vallahi siz hak ettiniz şu oyunu ya.
Daha aslan açılmadı. Daha aslan açılmadı.
3 tane sik gibi el gitti var ya şu an almıştık bile ya.
Final hurdle. And I think ult-wise, pretty sure BBL have the upper hand on that.
Yeah,
I know at least they have one ult online. I'm not sure about the rest here, but Carmichael, I don't think they've got much to work with yet.
Well, still have the Hunter's Fury to play with. One away from the Viper's Pit, so in that regard, I think the closest on Carmichael is Navera after that round.
Yeah, 2 away still.
2 away from the lockdown.
Midem bulanıyor mu?
Not actually, he's going to be ready to play for an orb here, or Brave's just going to
Ben dedim bir şey var.
maybe dip his toes.
Ben çişimi tutamayacağım galiba.
İşe abi. Hadi.
Sets the one way up, and yeah, he's poised here to try and get an early kill. Potentially to get that ultimate online.
Aa görmedi.
Be a massive swing factor.
Oğlum çok iyi lan.
Again,
Brave aldın oradan kill oğlum.
Ya olmasın
Kanka,
şunlar.
ne olur
Olmasın
olmasın
şunlar
ya.
ya.
Ne olur olmasın ya. Abi bir de Scream ölecekti ya.
The Brave is trying to play no man's land. He's playing a really out of character spot here.
Execution is here too.
Yeah, not alone. Just playing off the back of yellow, playing behind that wall. They don't have a flash through that though. They can't step through this. They're waiting for this to drop. Scream's there. XMS is there. This is so dangerous. And now the reveal. It's XMS. Finds Fuchsia. Now there's troubles. Now there's problems. Luckily on the other side for Brave, he had already backed away a little bit, sitting deeper on the side. So they've noted him. Now Hunter's Fury gonna come out here. Can they find anyone? Posting towards yellow. Last one. Nothing. Just splitting between them.
It's so unfortunate. Brave tries to set Kushner up with a snake bite.
Buraya oynayacaklar ya. Buraya oynayacaklar.
Makes it so much harder for him.
Kendi geldi kurmaya.
Holding on to it a little bit longer, knowing that they've been dealing with this. Ooh, a little bit vulnerable on there. Careful. Braves got him. Navera's gone down, but Scream pushes CT. Finds Turco. And now another attempt on the spike, Brave. You don't double dip. You absolutely do. Tries it, gets nothing. Barely gets away, does keep his life. Post plant, 4v3.
3v4. Güzel ulti.
Viper's Pit does come online now. Again, don't show me another ninja.
Helal oğlum. Allah'ım kafayı yiyeceğim bu nasıl maç.
He's gone down. We're down to an even 3v3 now. Show me what you got in this post plant, boys. Shin is putting his body on the line. He will not let that happen again.
Aferin oğlum aslan lan, aferin lan. Kimi kaldırmaya çalışıyorsun aslan?
Dips away, has to respect it. Utility still in play.
Oh my god!
Finding all of Carmichael.
Nice. Delireceğim. Niye böyle bizim maçlarımız?
And it's tied up. It's going to be a night here in Berlin. 12 apiece, both teams, blow for blow.
I was saying the Viper's Pit might be a factor.
Atlayacağım, sahaya atlayacağım amına kodumu yerim.
Kanka ayağım uyuştu. Ananı sikeyim. Ayağıma kramp girdi.
Bakayım bir ayağa.
In the 11th hour.
Dur.
It's only a 6th. so far this map, Lauren.
All the time to find that. We're in OT.
That string of rounds though, 5 on the bounce.
They looked
For
perfect.
Baskınına ayak krizi geçiriyor amına
Just
koyayım.
can't close it out, at least in regulation.
Hadi ya. Ya ne olur ya. Ağlayacağım anasını
Side
sikeyim
once
ya.
again.
Oğlum saat kaç oldu? 12 burada, orada bir.
See, actually, if some of the factors we talked about in regulation for both sides, but not that evident here. BBL adjust that default.
122k.
Start looking towards the middle. See there,
122K.
actually, Fusion are desperate to show
Hadi lan.
presence to that
114.
knife.
Bir de win lan. Bir de win lan.
Tag.
Peak galiba.
Nivera on
Bacağım,
for the operator.
ayağım.
Abi ne oluyor amına koyayım bir dur ya.
İşim.
Yeah, no surprise.
Allah.
Just Nivera here. Now, yes, he has his utility to try and
Bomboş, bomboş ha, bomboş ha. Bomboş
I
ha.
mean, he's on rafters.
Ne var onda? Yine AWP
Bomboş.
Nivera.
Bomboş oğlum.
Lütfen şuna vermeyelim. Ne
Abi bu
olur.
adam, bu
Ne
adam.
olur vermeyelim.
Atak vuramadı,
Oh
vuramadı.
my god, Nivera, get away from there.
He's double dipping.
He's going
Ya
back.
hayır ya,
Oh,
ama
man,
şuraya
he's
cross
back
koyun
for
ya.
more. Greedy almost, but it pays dividends. He's found Aslan. Makes the plan a little trickier, but they should
Vur onu,
have it down
nice
here.
oğlum.
Sushni trying to overextend, find one back, couldn't turn the flash,
Olsun,
and then
olsun, olsun,
Scream
4 ve 3.
instantly makes his appearance.
Aman,
The
aman,
site's
aman,
no
aman.
longer safe. Dizzy gonna come in and try and find a little bit of impact as well. Tee
Kaçtı
up
mı?
Scream,
Kaçtı.
but they get away with 3
Yapma,
She
kötü.
goes back for more. This seems desperate, and it might just be with only 2 of them alive, Turco and Brave. What can you do about it? Little Bro's hitting the diffuse, and nothing's gonna stop him. Carmine Core take back the lead in OT.
Shin's utility has been so pivotal for Carmine Core in so many scenarios. See here once again as well, Scream sends the fragment forward towards default. Shin then has a mosh pit behind Dice. There's just nowhere for BBL to play. See, yeah, that's why Kyushin is forced into this wide swing. And Nivera, what are these swings? And he gets away with the second as well.
And
I mean, he should have had 2 there, honestly. The first, I'm not entirely sure where that shot went.
Nope.
But it didn't hit.
Nope.
But then Reese swings onto it.
Carmine Core are running mid. They've got 3 players just stacked up in middle right now. What on earth is going on? Okay, no one's there. No one greedy on the other side. Kushner has gone walkabouts though. First time we've seen him kind of post up here.
Yeri çok iyi lan.
I don't know how long he sticks around on this. We hadn't seen this during regulation really. Yes, he started to posture a little bit more.
Oğlum ses vermedi
That's
değil
what
mi?
we wanted from BBL.
This
is
is
to explore some of the space outside A.
Allah
Unfortunately,
Kufe'nin
it's
yeri
the one
çok iyi.
round.
Hadi oğlum, tahmin
Now, where that
etmezler.
same turret is planted that nobody was behind, but it's 3 members of Carmine Core. The drone will spot it.
Gördü mü? Göremedi.
Doesn't spot the second though.
No.
Göremedi. Tarete gösterme. Sakın Kuti.
How long's he
Sakın
waiting?
oğlum.
This is the no,
B'yi
this
vurdu
is
kanka,
getting
B'yi
really
vurdu
anxious. You wanna
kanka.
try and make something happen for your team. You
Kuti
just lost a
gösterme,
player on
Kuti
the other side of the
gösterme,
map.
Kuti gösterme. Sana gelecekler. Gösterme oğlum.
Kushner could change the entire game from this position if he just stays patient.
Honestly, if Nivera pulls
Oğlum
this
sağ
turret
altın
or
lan.
it gets deactivated, it's going to be the worst
Oh my
thing.
God.
Ne yapıyorsun?
The timing is
Abi
perfect
inanamıyorum
for
ya.
Carmine Core and could not have been worse
İnanamıyorum
for
ya.
Kushner. They are running through this game. They wanted it in regulation.
İyi,
They might just
iyisiniz
have
lan.
it in OT though. Turco and Aslan, last 2 alive.
Aslan iyisiniz
And
lan
this
Aslan.
is a mountain to climb in front of
Aslan
them.
çok iyisiniz oğlum.
Turco does get
Çok iyi oğlum.
one. Aslan
Çok
with a
iyi.
second. Oh my god, what is
At,
going
at
on?
artık.
Wall to protect him. What can Scream
Çözdü,
do?
çözdü,
He has to
çözdü.
get there. There's
Çözdü.
nothing he can do to deny it. BBL! How have you done it?
Hepsini de vurdu amına koyayım.
Standing, you destroy Carmine Core.
2v5 mi? 2v4 mu
Evet
oğlum?
abi dedim ki gitti dedim ya. Vallahi gitti dedim.
Hadi
ha.
oğlum mentalleri gitti şunların ya. Allah aşkına şunları yenelim ya.
Again, the timing just
Daha
not
iyiyiz
there
ya.
for Scream to recover. Still, a wall available so late on. Turco finding the first and the
Maça bak.
second onto XMS.
Aslanın milimetrik kapatışı.
Evet, evet.
See as well, Nuzera a million miles away from this.
You
You see,
never thought you'd get there.
they can barely believe it.
Ya şu map'i alırsak var ya, ikinci map net bizde ya. Gittiler ya.
Down like that, I was like, okay, it's done. That's done. There's no way they recover.
Sakızdan dövme
Is it a
yapıştırmış
2v4 or
koluna.
2v5? I can't tell you, but it was something
Time
like
out.
that, and that is the ones that got red.
Of,
Ay Allah'ım
chat,
maça bak gene.
You have
chat,
to get the boys
chat.
back in order for Carmine Core. They've now.
Ne yapacağız abla onu be?
That's the round they were going to be like, cool, map 2 with there. Now mentality reset. They're back in the pit. They're back here.
Aslan is
having
back,
to
aslan
figure
is
a way
back.
out.
Aynen öyle.
Maybe a tilt time out here.
Oh, absolutely.
Carmine Core, to be honest.
Those are the most frustrating rounds. That was on a platter for them. Wow.
some of the things we have credited is rounds like that that really stand out.
Ama ses gitmiş. Ananı sikeyim. Ses gitti.
O ne tilkinin çığlığı gibi.
Ben böyle bir hafta bir çığlık attım. Sen duydun mu beni? Ne oldu kanka?
Abi dur
Yapalım.
sakin bir dakika sakin ol. Sesin gitmesin daha yayınımız çok, maçımız çok.
Evet.
Sesin gitmesin bir sakin ol.
Bende de ses gitti.
Senin de mi ses gitti? Uğra bir de küfür tablası yok mu? Vallahi çok fenayız ya.
Bacağım uyuştu ya. Hadi oğlum şu round'u alalım. Hadi oğlum hata alalım. Defans kolay. Hadi oğlum hata alalım. O drone boş drone. Bak gördük. Gördük. Ya şu adam drone'u vuramıyor ya kanka. Çok güzel ok. Çok güzel ok. Her şey çok güzel. Yok yok oraya wallsuz çıkmayız zaten. Değil mi? Wallsuz çıkmayız oraya ya. O ne? Pushlamışlar. Aa kırdı. Tamam. Kekoluk yaptı kırarak. Anladık pushladıklarını.
Aç bir şeyler aç. Bir şeyler aç bir şey ha.
Boş. Güzel. Güzel yere kuruyoruz. Çok güzel trade. Çok güzel trade. Olsun. 4 4. Hadi oğlum.
Hadi oğlum.
Çok güzel.
Hasan.
Yo yo sıkıntı yok. Sıkıntı yok aslında. Doğalarla korunuyor şu anda. Çok güzel flash aslında. Yapma nasıl yemez sana flash'ı. Çıkma Brave, çıkma Brave, çıkma Brave, çıkma Brave. Onlar çıkacak oğlum. Onlar çıkacak oğlum.
Sakin oğlum.
Buying time on this and Brave waiting. Strikes at the right time, but the defuse isn't stopping yet. Shin, he's still going for it. Finally it goes their way. Defuse comes out of BBL. They could do nothing to change that outcome.
Oğlum o flash'ı nasıl yemez ya? Flash'ı nasıl yemez ya?
The one thing that's missing is that deep crossfire from Snowman. Prevent one of these rotations coming in from Carmine Court. Because they had the numbers for it. BBL can maybe give away one player in that trade for Snowman. Yes, it's risky, but against the Harbor, you can't play this deep yellow or B main post plant. Because you know all of that utility is just going to be invested to cut sidelines.
Now, last time we saw in this half, or this side, they did go for that weird three-man stack towards mid. Wait to see if they can get that pick. Didn't really get much for it last time around.
Eyvah. Tamam güzel. Soşne. Yalan Soşne.
İkisinin de mi lan?
Güzel güzel güzel. Güzel güzel güzel. İyisin oğlum. Geri çıktılar. Harita alıp geri çıktılar. Aynen öyle. Brave'i puşlattık. Çok güzel. Tamam Brave bayağı ilerledi. Kuti dön oğlum. Soşne kal sen orada. Aa çok boş ama. Ay çok geriden tutuyoruz ya. Trap var abi.
The only benefit in my mind is that it does slow down rotations a little bit. You might get a little bit paranoid of someone lingering around you, but beyond that,
the other benefit being Brave has
duymuş olmamız lazım. Evet duyduk. Dön artık Kuti dön artık ya. Hadi oğlum side 2. Hadi oğlum Turko. Bak boş. Boş demişler. Soşni çok güzel kill oldu. Çok güzel kill oldu. 5v4 hadi. Boş flash. Boş flash. Tamam kuş kuruyor. Night oğlum Aslan.
Abi hadi ya.
Hadi oğlum
Hadi ya.
Lan makine oldu bir anda bu çocuk da amına koyayım ne oluyor ya?
Ridiculous from Aslan.
Alın şunu ya.
It's a beautiful
oğlum vursan ne?
I was saying there's only two of them to hold down the four here. That's all it took.
Helal lan sana. Helal lan oğlum lan.
Get comfortable, I guess. Back to business. 14 14.
Kendine geldi aslan. Kendine geldi.
Could be the most rounds we play in a day of EMEA Valorant.
Just what we needed on Super
Yes.
Week. Just what the doctor ordered.
That's a stat I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Benim var suyum
Please
bir
don't.
tane. Ama alırım ya şunu.
Somebody's
Nasıl?
already crafting it.
Yeah. Don't have my phone on me. I won't
Yeah.
be looking after this game if it ever ends. But it has been
Atak
quite
alalım
high
ya.
octane, so I'll take it.
I mean,
Teşekkür ederim.
I'd be the first to say I had very low expectations coming into this, what we saw at lock-in, but already
take
exceeding
mi?
for me.
Yeah, beautiful. Side take on the way though.
Diven'in
And
hareketlere
Comic
bakar
Con
mısın
respect
kanka?
Plant will
Full
be in.
default aynen öyle.
They can't really go off tempo on this one either.
Futures up to it
Tamam
again.
güzeliz, iyiyiz. Hadi oğlum.
Yet
Aha.
drops off
Brave,
after
Brave yap
the-
oyununu oğlum.
Sessiz, sakin.
Yapma be, yapma be. Çok acele ettin be oğlum. Çok acele etti ya.
And now the site's under
Yapma,
scrutiny.
yapma.
Scream! Gets it. The headshot machine is certainly turned
Ah,
on to
onu da
business today.
vursan.
Good trade for
Spreye devam
Shin,
etse
keeping
vuracak.
very favorable numbers. A 2v4. You don't
2v4.
lose those, right?
Beni bul mu?
Right?
Right? All right, let's find out. Little
Çözüyor.
man
Hocam
going to work,
kuşunun
doing
da,
his
kan
best.
kuşunu da.
Oh, that's lovely. There we go.
Allah'ım ya.
Carmine Corp instantly quelling any doubt. Back to 15, back to the
Baygınlık
lead here.
geçireceğim ya.
What they needed.
Dalga
It's another
kankuş,
scenario
dalga
where
kankuş,
I feel
dalga
like
kankuş.
BBL should be very aware of how deep they need to push. And it just doesn't happen. And this is where those composition questions start to come into play. 'Cause we're having the exact same criticism from Carmine Corp, but there's the
Çok acele
argument for
etti.
that
Brave
strength
çok
in the
acele
post
etti
plant.
ya.
Yes, absolutely.
At least you then adjust the game plan accordingly.
Okay, upper hand goes to Carmine Corp. They just need to get this one. And we saw this attack inside was so strong for them. But Brave looking to maybe this time stick around longer, yes.
Vururdum
Doesn't
be
have the
oğlum
fire, but
ya.
doesn't want to put his life on the line for it just yet. Will fall away, but needs support and needs it now.
Trying to prioritize another aspect of this post plant strength as well. Shin's ultimate. Retriever of the orb here. You see this same sweep towards
Yine aynı şey.
yellow here.
There goes Dizzy. And they follow behind.
Brave, hadi
Brave,
oğlum.
hadi.
Brave trying to find that timing
Nice,
between
bu bir
it. And
oğlum.
he's got it just right. Now Shin is the one who has to handle this. Brave has nowhere to go.
Helal lan
What
biri.
is that? What in God's name is that from Brave? Finding
Amına
Shin
koyayım,
when
şeyden
he had no
yürüdü ya.
right to. And
Molly'den
now
yürüdü.
Carmine Corp down to 3.
4 ve
And
3.
They don't have the spike down. They don't have the strength of the post plant as much anymore.
They don't even have
Luzera-
wingman to plant for
No,
them.
they
Yerlerimiz
have to put their
45
body on the
saniye.
line for it.
Dönemezler,
No
dönemezler,
XMS, no
dönemezler.
Shin. This plant is
Sıkıntı
going to be
yok.
nigh on impossible
40
without one or
seconds.
two kills.
Killeri de doğru düzgün kalmadı. Bıçak attı.
And if you're
Çok
BBL,
güzel
you gotta
bıçağı
sit in,
yeğenimiz
you
yok.
sit in deep, you play this to the clock.
Vuracak.
And see Carmine Corp
Bir şekilde
cautious.
kurdurmazsak efsane ol.
Careful,
O adam
trying
çok
to approach.
yaklaştı ya.
They get a pick perfect, but they've
Işıyacak
gotta
bu
get
adam,
it safe
ekstra
somehow.
deneyecek.
Is it a walk through CT? Yeah, it absolutely is.
Çok
Flash
güzel
Luzera.
trade, çok güzel
Let's get
trade.
one, but it's quickly traded. This might allow for the plant though.
Lan biliyorsun,
That's what we're
biliyorsun.
asking for.
Nice.
Luzera
Nice.
can't
İşte
do
bu
it,
kadar.
comes to
İşte
get
bu.
out in time.
Hadi oğlum.
15, hadi oğlum.
And back to business.
Baştan
A
oynuyoruz. Hadi
never-ending
bakalım.
game here.
Başa sardık.
15-15. BBL
Of,
answering
of,
right back in
of.
time.
BBL!
One of the big concerns over
BBL!
regulation was actually BBL's
BBL!
inability to remove either XMS
Sakin,
or
sakin.
the comfort of that plant
Yes,
coming through
yes.
and allowing a full 5-man post plant. So this round is
Jack
almost
sesini
the
yarrağı
perfect
yiyeceğiz
storm for
sonunda.
BBL. This kill was ridiculous from
Ama bu
Brave.
maç hak etmiyor mu?
Absolutely
Abi
ridiculous.
bu maç win'i hak ediyor artık.
And then
Şu
he
çocukların
eventually
şu
dies by
emeğini.
screams,
Oğlum gerçekten
running for
çok
another
daha iyiyiz
swarm,
ya.
playing
Evet.
with the
Ya bak
snake bite a
baştaki o
little
2-3
late,
tane
but-
el vardı ya sik sik giden.
Evet,
Gerçekten,
gerçekten öyle.
Bak ona
Absolute
kaldık ya
madness
bildiğin.
for
2 tane eko verdik başta zaten.
Evet. Hadi ya. Yap bir şeyler, konuş bir şeyler, yap
Not
bir
sure who's at
şeyler
this
ya.
point. Maybe one from Carmine Core just because.
Baygınlık
guys,
geçireceğim
BBL,
ya.
Yok
fair
mu
enough.
baba? Çok
At
gizli
this
bir
point,
olayımız
I've
yok
got to say
mesela. Ice bak hani.
I'm liking seeing BBL find that little space of timing.
Ne oluyor lan?
Working out that
Ne oldu?
site take that's been coming in.
Ne oldu lan?
Kim geldi
We've seen
amına
that
koyayım?
KO knife comes in, we've seen
Ara ara
that
çıkıyor ya.
Bro goes there,
Ha.
clears out as well. But they're playing just behind that. I really like what Brave's been trying to do
Absolutely.
for it.
And it's tempered as
Arkadaşlar,
well.
hayırlı
Throw bodies
savurlar.
on the line to
Yani
find
saat
OP
1 orada.
engagement. They ultimately,
Saat
keep
1'de de
up.
110k kişi burada destekliyor ya.
To throw down.
Vallahi adamın
With anybody.
dibisiniz ya.
Çaktım o
The other
7'ı
thing
lan.
being, the expectation has to be
Eyvallah,
that
cansınız.
really
BBL
good
gücü lan.
inside of Carmine Core
No.
that's chomping at the bit to find
Bir
that
tanesiniz.
first
Çok
blood.
teşekkür ederiz. İnşallah
Very
win'i
much
de
a slow
getireceğiz
burn
abi.
Geliyor,
on
geliyor.
the side
Gelecek
behind
abi.
here.
Hadi.
Slow burn indeed at 15-15. Bloody hell. Who'd have thought it?
How far down the rabbit hole?
Girdik bam cuma ya.
in for it now. I don't even care. It's fine. But normally when I talk about like what's the maximum OT we've had, it closes out. So if I bring up that conversation, what are we done for? So I'm gonna, I've brought it up now, but I'm not gonna fully discuss it. But we go back through and Carmine Core are on the defending side here. If you're losing track, BBL on the attack. BBL this time, eyeing up the A side. Struggled to really find impact. Nevera being a real nuisance.
Gördük, infoyu aldık, olsun, tagleyemedik. Bak, flash gelecek, flash gelecek, flash gelecek, flash gelecek.
Bilin şunu, bilin şunu.
Nice, nice, nice. Güzel trade, güzel trade. Bir tane daha flash, boş. Ama bunu öldürmemiz lazım kanka. Bu nasıl TP lan? Yerimiz kötü. Aa, B'ye döndürdük. Ne yapıyorum lan? Yapma. Be, yapma be, yapma be.
Showing their strength now, Turco does get at least the chance for a plant, but
Bir tane vurması lazım. 30 saniye.
Now to play with, and I don't think he's going to be
Bir tane
given
vurması
anything
lazım.
I was
here.
going to say he's desperate for a kill.
Hadi oğlum.
Carmine Core can just disengage from both sides.
Winnable ya, winnable.
They have the numbers.
Anam, timingini.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fine. Just let me get the plant down. All right, Turco.
Evet.
Not going to make me a believer here today. Scream is going to get it. Big round for him as well. That's going to be 16. Carmine Core once again with the upper hand advantage, but it's been the side switch we've seen a couple of times that has been their issue now.
Can Carmine Core drag this one across the line now? It's a beautiful setup here for XMS.
Yeah,
another example of one of the concerns we had coming in, which is the value from this utility from Carmine Core, especially with some of these compositions. If you drop a duelist, the cornerstone of your play needs to be utility and value converted out.
31. round, 32. round aynen şu an.
Already here from just one map.
Hadi, hadi pes etmek yok. Hadi. Alana kadar.
Scream already up to 30. Didn't even notice that. Didn't even notice that happen in the last few rounds.
XMS is 27.
Yeah.
It's been a ride and a half. Actually, a real challenge towards B Long this time. A little bit different. They've committed behind this. Normally they kind of show a little leg and they back away from it. They don't really stick around for this, but this time they are actually staying on this one. Aslan is not backing off either. We're going to see that early utility. Not finding anything. Kushner, he's not been noticed. He's found Shin. Gets away as well with his life.
Nice.
Still here. Big work from BBL early on. Oh, he's just scrapping. He's pulling.
Biliyor. Tamam, sakin olun. Ya bak sen amına koyacağım ya sizi ya. Oğlum bu nasıl roundlar kanka, hep aynı şeyi izliyoruz ya.
16 all. Unbelievable between these two.
Aklımı oynatacağım ya.
Aslan Maşadov anı.
Lütfen bitirin artık, ne olur bitsin ya.
So was that scenario as well. Kushner with the perfect bait to TP away. It forces somebody from Carmine Core to drag a little deeper into B main.
How many times?
Artık nasıl oturacağımı da bilemedim ki aman okuyum, her yerim basıldı ya.
Dur baba şimdi atak hadi.
Because there hasn't been anybody from
No, they haven't seen that.
Such a huge curveball to throw out in round 32. Completely disrupting the protocol list of Carmine Core.
What a game. Something in the water Satan.
Görmedi.
Did he see the
Görmedi. Çok güzel, görmedi. Harika. Görmedi diye bağırıyor.
Maybe caught a pixel out place.
Maybe something. Because I am seeing Scream go over the side. I am seeing them kind of preparing for this one. So BBL sadly, they have no idea.
Ne kanka, B'yi şu an niye 4 diyorlar ki bunlar? Çok güzel lan sonuç. Şimdi buraya bakın, ne olur bakın buraya. O ne? Gözükmüyor mu? Gözüktü. Ya
And Scream gets to hold on towards the back of Dice. They're still holding the sidelines here. Sushni shot towards XMS.
Dönün kanka. Yapma amına koyayım ya.
The option towards B no longer looking
3 ve 3. Hadi oğlum. Ulti geldi. Aynen öyle. Agro oynayacak. Soşli bekle, sonuna kadar beklesene. Amına.
Nevera backside deciding he's respecting this though.
Hayır ya, bak kanka ya.
No.
Ya Nevera ya.
Back-to-back kills. You give him an inch, he takes a mile. Takes two with him as Aslan though.
Hadi oğlum ya.
The man who changed that prior round with 14 seconds. Is there anything you can do? Nivera is not going to give you anything now. Slowly but surely, it's Scream to do it, waiting in the wings. 17 for Carmine Core, once again taking the upper hand here.
Nivera, man. Another bailout round.
Kaç saniyemiz vardı ki bizim ulti attığımızda ya?
And Nivera, the timing of this kill coming through completely rips away any options that BBL had towards this late round.
Oh.
So resilient from Carmine Core, though, because they keep losing and going back in, winning out this side. It's just marvelous to watch. Nivera worth his weight in gold for this side. And now we see the test again.
And don't want to entertain this B main engagement this time around. No. An early knife sent through, and it's going to potentially put Nuzero in a position. Oh, not this spot again.
Çok güzel, çok güzel.
Helal oğlum.
Huh?
Çok güzel.
Sushni just aimbotted down 2 of them. That guy is just ridiculous.
Bildiniz.
I want to see that one. I'm sure it's just literally just their heads
Sakin,
just
bırakın
appearing
oynasınlar.
up. But they've just lost so much of their impact.
Gördüm.
Brave shoulder checks in, knows Nuzera's there. This could be their final goal. Calls in
Aferin Brave, aferin Brave.
Another round that the BBL have displayed discipline on previously. Getting this early advantage.
5 ve 3 okuduk oyunu bu sefer. Geldik 3 kişi B'deyiz. Smoke'umuz da geldi. Ulti kaldı, 50 saniyeleri var. Hala dönebilirler. Kalın oğlum, aynen öyle. Gördü mü? Gördü galiba. Sıksana lan oraya.
Alttan da bileceksin.
Agro yapacaklar. Agro yapacaklar. Mecburlar. Ama screenleri yok, o yüzden flashları yok. Vuramadı. Vur onu.
Vurdu, güzel.
Çok güzel oldu.
Gelmemiş.
Çok güzel oldu. 2 ve 5. Hadi oğlum beraber oynayın. Omuz omuza. Omuz omuza. Omuz omuza bu kadar. Bu kadar omuz omuza. Omuz omuza bu kadar. Hadi oğlum. Bari zayısınız oğlum hadi. Hadi. Hadi 30'a kadar gitse de alacağız amına koyayım hadi.
Ay.
Taraftarda da boğaz kalmadı ya.
Harbiden ya.
Oğlum Soşni neler yapmış kanka burada. Helal olsun lan.
Yoruldular, bittiler hadi.
Ataklarını çözdük, saldırılarını gerçekten çözdük. Çok başarılı oynuyoruz defansı ama biz de saldırıyı ayarlayamadık. Her şeyi denedik ya şu saldırıda.
Bu ne ya? Şaka gibi ya.
Şaka gibi, şaka gibi aşkım.
Similar curveball than what BBL pulled out.
Yeah, I like it.
Something that's not happened before.
Ya abi ben bu Allah'ım yarabbim kafayı yiyeceğim ya. Kafayı yiyeceğim ya. Bu adamın operatöründen gına geldi. Armor çekmeden operatör oluyor bir de yani. Vuruyor da.
Vuruyor.
Aslan, aslan bak oraya gözünü seveyim aslan ya. Kanka ne olur ya.
Oh, come on! The brothers Grimm just one by one taking down BBL, who are going in drabs here. No collective approach to this. Sushni and Turco would need, again, 2v5 territory, which looks very unlikely now.
Yapsanıza bir şey. İstediğiniz. Yapın bir şey hadi.
So Flash comes in.
Winnable. Şaka yok winnable.
Sushni to find Scream. Let's see that discipline kick in now for Carmine Corksy. Don't start messing around with this. Let's play smart. 30 seconds. Let me get that plant going. They're clearing all these ratty close angles. Now they know they've got them at least respecting this round.
Çok geri çekildiler ya. Baktılar kill veriyorlar.
Do they get away from sight? Sushni dangerous. And the man who's danger close was Shin. Goes down. Turco. Oh my god.
Goes down swinging.
Yeah, I mean, he was down to 2. In the
Kafayı
end, it's
yersin
fine.
ya. Gerçekten kafayı yersin.
Will take advantage. But we've seen this
yani şu Nivera operatörle öyle bir taşıyor ki şu defansları. Öyle bir tek başına taşıyor ya. Tek başına.
Kaç oldu ya Nivera?
30 olmuştur. 29.
BBL once again being punished with no real way to force Nivera off these angles. Like I said, they're very safe. Very deep angles that even if they find this kill, there's usually somebody else from Carmine Core that's close proximity.
Hadi oğlum, hadi oğlum. Hiçbir şey yok, sıkıntı yok.
Rivera touching 30 now.
4 ayız, 4 ayız. Onlar da A'da. Aynen öyle. Hadi oğlum.
Tip the scales just that little bit further for Carmine Court. Sitting on 18 now. BBL, how much do you have left in the tank? How many more times can be put in this position? This time noted. They know there's been aggression. They have been working outside that utility early on though, forcing the hand of Carmine Court to invest a little bit sooner just to clear this close area. Now drone going to go through. How much does it see?
Gördün, kafasını gördün.
Nothing this time around.
Gözüktü,
Adjustment
gözüktü.
of the turret position as well. So
Dönmeyin, dönmeyin, dönmeyin.
absolutely no
Yapma, dönme.
information
Yapma, dönme.
given across the BBL.
Fenalık geçireceğim.
Kushner, I think, has actually hit the rotation a little, maybe early, preemptive here to this.
Smoke's not necessarily going to cause any problems with Shin being on pipes already.
No.
I think maybe they just heard a step though.
Gördün mü?
Kushner is headed back this direction.
I mean, there's a lot of util being put towards this. No intent behind it yet. The wall just, I think,
300
got
Kuti
committed
de
there.
geldi.
And now they've got to know that this is the end goal. This is where they're intending to be. But it is still just the 3 players here. That fourth has not hit the
Oradan
rotation button
oynayacak
just yet.
muhtemelen.
Full faith in these boys. We're down to 37
Mbappe
seconds
geliyor.
now. Turco yet to be moved out position. Might be next on the
Güzel
chopping
yeri.
block. Does need to be careful.
Güzel
He
yeri
gets pinned
tuttum.
towards
Turco'yu
this.
görmediler
They're
galiba.
going to try and come in and hit that plant. He's doing it just right about now. Nothing to deny it. Plant is down.
Vurdular.
5v5 post plant.
Vurmaları
This is
çok
where we
kötü oldu
see
ya.
Carmine Court at their strongest.
Hayır.
Nereden vurdun? Nereden vurdun amına koyayım, yalan dolan. Konşne arkadan geliyor.
Lots of utility burnt up this time around. That's only the snake bites for Nuzera.
Yakalasana onu.
Scream ready with his flash.
And he's so close though. He's gotten Scream down. And there's more.
Çıkma işte
He's
oraya.
trying
Daha
to get in
çıkma
there.
oraya ya.
XMS in
Hep de onlar
unison.
çıkacak zaten kanka.
Finally breaking the back of BBL here. Brave in a 1v4. It's just too much. 19 eventually carved into the scoreboard for Carmine Court, but it was a marathon of a
Enti
game.
daha maç bitmedi hadi.
Wow.
Geliyoruz biz.
What an exhausting series to have to